Sarah was serving tables at Denny's when she heard the words that made her stomach drop. A group at table 12 was loudly mocking the interracial couple sitting nearby, calling them names, making disgusting comments about their relationship. The couple looked mortified. Other customers were staring. Sarah had rent due in 3 days. She needed every tip, but she walked over anyway. "Excuse me," she said quietly to the harassers. "I'm going to have to ask you to keep your comments to yourselves or leave." "They exploded," demanded her manager, threatened to get her fired. Her manager came out, saw the situation, and froze. Then he looked at Sarah, looked at the couple, looked around at the other families watching. "She's right," he said. "You need to go." The harassers stormed out. Sarah lost $40 in tips that night, but something changed. Other servers started speaking up too. The restaurant became known as a place where everyone was welcome. Sarah got promoted to shift supervisor 6 months later. Sometimes doing right costs you everything you think you need and gives you everything you actually do. Did you know a single factory worker once saved thousands of lives with one decision? Mark Chen was 3 months into his dream job at Apex Electronics when he found it. A tiny crack in the battery housing of their best-selling tablet. So small, most people would miss it. But Mark knew what it meant. Overheating. Fire risk. Maybe worse. His supervisor brushed him off. "Production deadlines," he said. "We'll fix it in the next batch." The plant manager was blunter. "You're new here, son. Don't rock the boat." 20,000 units were shipping that week. Mark thought about his mortgage, his wife's pregnancy, his probation period that wasn't over yet. Then he thought about families opening those tablets on Christmas morning. He pulled the emergency stop on the entire production line. Security escorted him out that day. But the recall happened anyway when executives saw his evidence. 6 months later, Apex hired him back as head of safety. The industry adopted his testing protocols as the gold standard. Mark's daughter is 8 now. She knows Daddy once chose doing right over doing easy, and that choice built everything they have today. Sarah Martinez spent her first paycheck on pencils and notebooks for her 3rd grade classroom. Her school district had cut funding again. Kids were sharing broken crayons and writing on scraps of paper, so she bought supplies. Then she noticed some students weren't eating lunch. She started packing extra sandwiches. Winter came. A student showed up in shorts and a thin t-shirt every day. Sarah bought him a coat, then shoes for another child, backpacks, winter gloves, more food. Her credit card bills climbed. Her savings disappeared. She was eating ramen every night so her students could have what they needed. One parent noticed her worn-out shoes and started asking questions. The truth came out. Within days, donations poured in from across the city. Local businesses offered partnerships. The school board allocated emergency funding. But something bigger happened. Sarah was promoted to curriculum director. Her innovative programs, born from necessity, became a model for other districts. 5 years later, she's transformed education policy statewide. She gave everything she had to 28 students. They gave her a purpose that changed thousands of lives, including her own. In 2008, when foreclosures were destroying neighborhoods, loan officer Marcus Chen got an order from headquarters. Process the foreclosures. No exceptions. But when Maria Santos sat across from his desk, crying about losing her family's home, he couldn't do it. Her husband had been laid off. They were 3 months behind on payments. Corporate policy was clear: foreclose immediately. Marcus made a choice that could have ended his career. He restructured her loan without authorization. Then he did it again for the next family, and the next. For 6 months, he worked in secret, helping dozens of families stay in their homes. When headquarters discovered what he'd done, they called him in for termination. But something unexpected happened. His branch had the lowest default rate in the region. The families he'd helped were making payments. His disobedience was actually saving the bank money. Instead of firing him, they promoted him to regional manager. Today, Marcus oversees loan modification programs across 12 states. He risked everything to do what was right and discovered that integrity isn't just good for your soul. Sometimes it's good for business too. Marcus had survived 3 years of high school by staying invisible. Head down, earbuds in, never making eye contact with anyone who mattered. But when he saw 3 seniors cornering Danny Martinez in the empty hallway, something inside him snapped. Danny was crying. his lunch money scattered on the floor. Marcus knew he should walk away. He was nobody. Getting involved would only paint a target on his back. Instead, he stepped forward. "Leave him alone." His voice cracked. His hands shook, but he didn't back down. The bullies laughed at first. Then they saw something in his eyes they didn't expect. They left. Word spread fast. The quiet kid who stood up to the worst bullies in school. Other students started nodding at him in the halls. Teachers noticed him differently. By senior year, Marcus was student council president. But the real change wasn't his popularity. It was looking in the mirror and recognizing the person staring back. One moment of courage didn't just save Danny. It revealed who Marcus really was underneath the fear.